Some call it a force and claim to use it. But we know the thread is not a power you wield. Pull the thread, change everything. It ties you to your destiny. It binds you to others.
Now, we have to be very careful as we dissect this, because there are those out there who want to be disingenuous, who want to simply say, oh, it's just a different perspective. Why are you getting so bent out of shape? You nerd, you toxic incel. They want to try and make it as though that we're just angry because it's women using the Force. No, what I'm upset about, and what others are rightly pointing out, is that this is removing the core concept of the Force that George Lucas put into play in his 6 movies. The Force is an energy field, as Yoda and Obi-Wan put it, that binds the universe together, or at least this galaxy together, because the Force only exists in the Star Wars galaxy, no matter what Dave Filoni wants to tell you. The Force is a binding energy. It's created by life. It's a life force that has its own designs, and it wants to remain in balance. And balance means, in Star Wars terms, it's not equal good, equal dark. No, it's the light has more sway than the dark. When the dark pushes too much and tries to get ground on the light side, then there's imbalance. And as George allowed it to be said through Darth Plagueis, when you mess with the life, when you mess with the Force and create life in the Force, it puts it out of balance. That's what these lesbian witches have done. They made life with these 2 little girls, and the Force was put out of balance all the way at this point in the Disney timeline. So they decided to basically remove the importance of Darth Plagueis and Palpatine meddling with the Force and putting things out of balance. But that's a discussion probably for later. You understand what I'm saying here? The Force is not something you manipulate to control destiny. It's not something you use to tie things. This is a basic misunderstanding. Calling it the thread is not the problem. The EU has many instances of non-Jedi and non-Sith calling the Force something else. That's not the issue. The issue is telling us what it does and how it behaves according to Leslie Headland. That's the problem here. And it's not right. It is simply not correct to say that the Force doesn't have a will of its own. It's not right to say that it's not an ally, that you simply grab it and use it to do whatever you want. Now, I don't think Leslie Headland or her inmates are clever enough to paint these witches as dark side users who misunderstand the Force. We've already heard in previous interviews that Leslie Headland doesn't think the Force operates the way George Lucas does. We've already heard this. I've detailed it many times in other videos and streams. And this is the problem right now. It is a blatant a willing misconception of George Lucas's idea of how the Force works. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And that's the problem. So it's Disney Star Wars, once again, doesn't get it. And Black Mama Lesbian is going to now once again reinforce what Leslie Headland believes the Force is. She actually says there is no giant force that guides your destiny. You make your own destiny. Now, in other stories, free will, great storyline. Individual free will, that's something that I push in my own stories. Make the decision for yourself. Forge your own destiny. But Star Wars has an overriding concept of the will of the Force. The Force is guiding things. It wants things to go a certain way, and it is your ally to make sure that things go the correct way, that you don't muck it all up. She says, there's no overriding thing forcing you to do anything. You make your own destiny. You manipulate it to do what you want. I hope you enjoyed this outtake from my review of The Acolyte Episode 3. If you're interested in checking out the entire review, link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, check out my gaming channel at Renaissance Nerd Arcade, and follow me on X Twitter under @TheRedNerd. Thanks again for watching. Take it easy.